Hey, Kathleen here. So, have you ever woken up in the middle of the night choking and gasping from dry mouth or a dry throat, panicking because you couldn't swallow? Most people assume that means they're breathing improperly while sleeping, but something surprising happened to me. After my palate expansion last year and my double jaw surgery with septoplasty 2 months ago, my airflow and breathing improved dramatically, but my throat actually got drier at night, even when breathing through my nose. So right around the uvula area, the thing that sticks down in the back of your throat, right around there in the back of my throat, it's been so dry every night. I would wake up in a panic, grasping for my water bottle to moisten the area multiple times a night. It turns out there are actually two completely different types of dry throat problems. So in this video, I'll explain what I learned about dry throat and dry mouth during sleep, why improved breathing and airflow can actually make it worse for some people, and what finally helped me. So, the problem, what I experienced wasn't just normal dry mouth. It felt very much like a specific area got really dry in the back of the throat. It would wake me up repeatedly during the night. I'd take a sip of water and the sensation would disappear immediately and I'd go back to sleep. But then later, after breathing and sleeping again, it would come back again. So if you've experienced something similar, it can be very frustrating because it interrupts your sleep over and over, and you kind of feel hopeless. I know I have. And in my case, this dryness started after my airway surgeries that were actually supposed to improve my breathing, which they did. So the simple reason this dryness can happen is airflow. When your airway becomes larger, after things like palate expansion, where your nose under your nose gets enlarged, your nasal floor, septoplasty, your deviated septum gets fixed, jaw surgery, or even CPAP therapy, the air moving through your nose can actually move faster and more directly through the airway. Before surgery, airflow may have been restricted or turbulent and kind of dispersed. After surgery, the airflow becomes smoother, stronger, and straighter, more direct. That sounds good, and it usually is. But it can also mean the air starts hitting parts of the throat that weren't exposed to that airflow before, in particular, the soft palate and the uvula area. When that airflow repeatedly hits the same small spot during sleep, it can create the sensation of a dry area or dry patch, even if the tissue itself isn't actually dehydrated. And for me, during the day, I have plenty of saliva in my mouth. You can kind of tell that now. But at night, that's when I have the problem. And that's probably when you have the problem. Something else I learned is that there are actually two different dryness problems people experience. The very common classic one is dry mouth. That usually happens when people are mouth breathers. You'll notice things like a dry tongue, sticky saliva, dry lips. That's a saliva problem, and it's a problem that needs to be addressed. If that's what you experience, I highly recommend the book Breath to help with that, which I've linked in the description and the comments. But what I experienced was different. It felt like a small dry area, or small dry patch deeper in the throat, kind of by the uvula. That kind of dryness often triggers a swallow reflex, goes away immediately after swallowing, if you're able to, definitely goes away after sipping, and then happens mostly at night. Doesn't happen during the day. Not for me. So that's usually more related to airflow and tissue sensitivity than dehydration. So what helped me? I asked ChatGPT to help me, and it offered several products to experiment with: saline spray, moisturizing nasal emollients or gels that you can put in inside your mouth, or these are for your nose, and even some moisturizing discs. So all of these had promising results. I tried many of them, and I've linked all of the specific products in my description and comments for you to evaluate for your own situation. I experimented for over a week with different products, and I finally landed on 4 things that worked well for me in my situation. So, first, oral moisturizing discs. These are small moisturizing discs that stick to your gums and slowly release moisture during the night. Wow, these are amazing, and they really help me a lot. They provide steady moisture, so I'm not waking up, constantly taking sips of water, having to get up and go to the bathroom. Makes a big difference. These are crucial for me as my body adapts to the airflow changes I've been through. And if you've had a Fitbit, if you have a Fitbit like I do, you can track your sleep. And I went from being a dolphin to a bear. I always wanted to be a bear because they sleep so well, and I never did. So once I started those moisturizing discs, which I linked in the description, don't worry, I became a bear ever since. Every night I've been a bear ever since. Ever since. All right, so the second thing is using a gentle saline mist and sometimes a nasal emollient can help keep the nasal tissues hydrated through the night. And they do. And this emollient really helped. That can reduce how drying the airflow feels. I actually use a saline rinse in the morning and the saline mist at night as part of my nasal hygiene that my myofunctional therapist is always checking on with me. Third, humidity balance. Humidity turned out to matter. Too little humidity can dry the air and the airway. Too much humidity can create other problems. In my case, I also deal with something called aerophagia, swallowing humidified air, gulping it. So I have all this air in my stomach. It is bizarre. I have no idea. I don't understand it. And I was able to get it under control somehow. My body just figured it out. I don't know what it did, but somehow I don't have that at the moment. I found that keeping the room around 40% humidity works best for me. I put that on at night and then it goes on autopilot and it just maintains that 40% throughout the night. The fourth thing is tongue position. Now, this one surprised me. When the tongue rests lightly against the roof of your mouth, especially the back of your tongue, it can help stabilize the soft palate and reduce how airflow hits the back of the throat. When the tongue drops too far down during sleep, as mouth breathers, so when the tongue drops too far down during sleep, airflow can hit the uvula area more directly. So keeping that simple tongue posture, although it's not really that simple, but keeping that tongue posture up can actually influence the sensation of dryness or not. And this is where my myofunctional therapist has really helped. Here's some hope. This can improve over time. About 20 years ago, I experienced this same dry back of throat phenomenon. I don't know why, and it did end up working itself out, but it did mess with my sleep every night, waking me up panicking and gasping, desperate for a sip of water. But over the course of many months, it ended up going away. My body adapted somehow. So the important thing to know is that this issue can improve as your body adapts. After surgeries that change the airway, like I've had recently, several things are happening at once. Airflow patterns change, tissues are healing, sensory nerves are recalibrating. And because of that, the throat can temporarily feel dry or sensitive even when it's actually healthy. Over time, the tissues usually adapt to the new airflow patterns. And I'll be honest, when this started for me after my jaw surgery, just within the past couple months, I started to feel a bit hopeless. Once I chatted with ChatGPT and learned that my tissues will adapt or remodel, and I remembered my previous experience, I had hope, and I still have hope, that all things will work out for themselves. It just takes time because I'm still not there yet. So if you're waking up at night with a dry throat or uvula area, I hope hearing my experience helps you understand what might be happening and how the specific products I mentioned in the description and comment section can give you relief until your body adapts.